San Pedro Sula, the place. It's the Olympic Metropolitan Stadium. World Cup qualifying, fourth round, final round. Honduras against the United States. This they call the Hex. It is definitely a lot of emotion on display. Given away, Martinez looking for the corner, and Howard with the punch. Chipping it forward, overlapping run is there, and it's netted by Deuce.
And that will make Clincy smile like a Cheshire cat.
And chested high in the air, overhead, buried for the bicycle as Honduras ties it up. A bit of magic. Cannot get there. Cameron Howard over. He misses it, and Boniek finds Benson. 2-1 Honduras. With the 2-1 victory, coming from behind to grab all 3 points at home.
The United States national team has an absolute need to win, not tie against Costa Rica.
The U.S. team needs this 3 points tonight, but I'll tell you what, Jurgen Klinsmann needs this 3 points tonight.
Altidore, it's opening up for him. The shot deflects, and it will be turned into the back of the net. And the United States have their lead, and it's Clint Dempsey again.
Costa Rica has completely gotten away with one here.
Oh, that's a penalty.
That's a penalty.
All night long.
Not even a question.
That should have been given. But this snow, I have to tell you, is getting thicker and thicker.
The match commissioner is down here on the field, and they'll decide if they want to stop the game.
Jurgen Klinsmann is furious. It's a decision been taken to resume the game here.
Yeah, let's go. Game on.
Barantes towards the back post. Guzan came to get it. In off the post. And
Offside.
It's offside. The flag is up. The goal will not count. That is it. On this extraordinary snowy night in the blizzard, the USA have the 3 points that they so desperately needed. And the World Cup campaign is back on track. Welcome back to the Azteca Stadium. World famous, and what could be a tumultuous night in the hexagonal. It's Mexico against the United States, the 61st edition of one of the world's greatest football rivalries. Keno goes down in the box, it's not given, and Mexico have been up in arms and protested to FIFA, and he blows for time. The USA get a priceless away point, only the second point ever in the history of World Cup qualifiers, away to Mexico, and it was a heroic rearguard action.
Today in the nation's capital, anticipation and celebration. U.S. Soccer Centennial brings together legends of this game as the men's national team faces a critical stretch of World Cup qualifying. Today, it is no easier in this friendly against Germany. The U.S. must regain its confidence as it continues on the road to Brazil.
Oh yes, Josie Altidore ends the scoring drought, and what a way to do it. Oh, it's an own goal, that's gone in. That was a nightmare. What was the goalkeeper thinking there? Dempsey! 3-1 United States, and Clint Dempsey's scoring streak carries on. Dempsey, oh! It is a picture goal from the skipper. The United States are in a kind of dreamland here. Happy 100 USA, a famous win. And what a moment for Jurgen Klinsmann, a victory over his home nation by 4 goals to 3.
And the pomp, the circumstance, the ceremony at Independence Park, the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica. World Cup qualifying is on the air. The cross for Altidore, soars and scores. Susi to Altidore, the magic combination unlocks Jamaica. Into the area, snap header down. Jamaica has tied it, and it's Jermaine Beckford. Inside turning shot, back post goal! And the most unlikely man to be the hero is. And that will do it. The final whistle from Moreno as the U.S. fights back for the 2-1 road win. Their first World Cup qualifying victory in Kingston to take over the top of the qualifying group.
Welcome to what is an amazing atmosphere for Seattle's first World Cup qualifier for 37 years. More than 40,000 fans in here and they are generating something quite remarkable. The US with the perfect launch pad really to go on and qualify for the World Cup finals in Brazil, and they can go top of the group for the first time if they win here tonight. Cross the face of goal, and yes, it's Altidore again for the third game running, and the US have the lead after a picture-book move. Eddie Johnson does it on his home turf. 2-0 the USA. That's the one they wanted. 3 points for the USA, top of the hexagonal tonight, and 2 points clear as well after an impressive 2-0 win here at a packed CenturyLink field in Seattle. Time to wind up the World Cup tension again. Another qualifier. It's Eddie Johnson, and it's in Altidore again. That's the breakthrough goal. Makes a bit of history. Josie Altidore with his 4th goal in 4 games, tied for the best streak ever in U.S. history.
It is a typically temperate evening in San Diego, California for tonight's match between the United States and Guatemala. And the big story tonight is the return of Landon Donovan to the U.S. national team.
Here he is with the right foot. He dinks it in, and it's goal number 50 for Landon Donovan, the first American to register the half-century in international soccer. Here's an opportunity. Chris Wondolowski has his first international goal. Alejandro Bedoya on the score sheet, his first international goal. Here it comes to Landon Donovan! Number 51 for Landon Donovan, and it's turning into a rout at Qualcomm Stadium. Landon Donovan, he's back. There's no doubt about it.
Jurgen Klinsmann telling us that advancing is the most important need for this squad.
Right up the line and blasted home by Wondolowski. Into the box, the header. There's Wondolowski again. Played inside. That's the 3rd one for Wondolowski.
Oh! Buries it in the corner. What a play. He does it again. Chris Wondolowski on fire.
Walking into the box. Shea shot. He scores in the U.S. leads.
Donovan, cross it, and the Americans score! Clarence Goodson!
Corona.
Fired, and scores! I'll have a number 6! Johnson, and he hits it in! Wow! Straight off the bench! Demolition Man!
Donovan chasing it down. Will it go this time?
Yes!
And the American legend puts the nail in the coffin.
Discaroon heads it down, and the Americans have 5!
And that's your ball game from Baltimore. The United States, 9 straight wins.
Johnson shot, and he scores again! Eddie Johnson gives the U.S. the lead. Donovan, the shot, and Donovan makes it 2-0. There's an answer back for Donovan! Incredible! USA wins 3-1 over Honduras. They're on their way to the final.
Welcome to one of the greatest cities in the world, Chicago, Illinois. Legendary Soldier Field, and we're ready for the Gold Cup final. It's the USA taking on Panama.
Here we go. Gold Cup final, Chicago. Donovan! Big save! And the Americans take the lead!
11 straight wins now, all-time record for the U.S. national team.
Jurgen Klinsmann wins his first trophy as the head coach of the United States national team, claiming the 2013 Gold Cup.
Welcome to Sarajevo and the Asim Ferhatovic Stadium as we get set for this important staging post for the United States. This Josie Altidore! Josie has done it again! Now Carlo! Yes! He is a record breaker for the hat-trick! Josie Altidore having one of the games of his life. Jurgen Klinsmann's team have turned this completely around. It's 12 straight games now.
Just about ready for the start of this one at the National Stadium in San Jose. A huge game in CONCACAF qualifying. It's number 1 against number 2. Inside the 6th, the header goes in. The near post guarded by Beasley, but not enough. It's Johnny Acosta. Cuts to his right, again. Chips to the middle. Borges! Yes! What a goal for the Ticos, who are having their way with the U.S. Dempsey. Denied! No! It spins off the hand. Dempsey on the board, and the U.S. back in the game. Long ball forward. Campbell in a foot race with Beasler. Campbell! And this one puts a stop to the game. The U.S. gives up 2 early and 1 late, and it costs them in Costa Rica. The Ticos win 3-1.
The colors are flying in the heartland tonight here in Columbus. The red, white, and blue of the U.S. national team and the green, white, and red of Mexico. There is poetry in the passion of this moment. The U.S. on the verge of qualifying for the World Cup, perhaps at the expense of its arch rival, a team in turmoil.
It's a thunderous atmosphere here, it really is. And the United States can clinch a place in the World Cup finals in Brazil next summer with a win here tonight and a Panama loss or draw. And this time, Eddie Johnson gets there and scores for the USA, who move one giant step nearer Brazil. And the crowd here in Columbus, Ohio, are going wild. Oh, played into there and landed. Donovan makes it two. It's that scoreline again. Columbus 2-0. USA over Mexico. Brazil beckons. Those glum Mexican faces tell a story. But a party has started here in Columbus again because the USA have done it again. Lightning doesn't strike twice, it struck 4 times.
Fourth straight game against Mexico for the U.S. in Columbus in a World Cup qualifier. The U.S. won all 4 2-0.
It's 2-0 again.
90 minutes of football are done here, but settle on in because they still have to play a second half in San Pedro Sula.
And Honduras and Panama are tied at 1. The key is Honduras a victory or a draw for Honduras, and the U.S. would clinch that World Cup spot.
And the USA now are through to the World Cup finals.
Jurgen Klinsmann's side qualify for the World Cup.
What a superb atmosphere as ever in Kansas City. They've so looked forward to this game, and it's still alive as well. And Zusi has put the United States ahead. Graham Zusi in his home stadium. What a moment for him. Castillo, Altidore must score, does score. 2-0 USA.
And a big flaming spear through the heart of Panama.
Overlap is there. Johansson! Forget a draw! It's a win for the U.S. and Panama in stunned disbelief.
All these cynics talking about the United States laying down, they don't know how to. It's not in their DNA.
Here's a man that has a twinkle in his eye as if he knows a secret that nobody else knows about this team.
I mean, is there anything this kid can't do?
Away to Mexico, only the second point ever in the history of World Cup qualifiers. Altidore scores as a starter for the 6th time running.
We had a dream and a goal. I think we showed once again the American spirit.
2013 Gold Cup champs.
And the USA 100% at home through the cycle.
Longest winning streak in the history of the United States national team.
It really has been a night to remember here.
The United States are through to the World Cup.
Where else would you rather be than right here, right now?